warm welcome to everybody. Hope you're having a great day so far, and it's a great honor for me and for us from VOK DAMS to be part of this great event again. And yeah, we have a limited time now, and I have my big hourglass. I turn it around now, and we have half an hour together and half an hour of your valuable time. So let's kick it off. I'm Christopher. I'm Director Strategy and Concept at VOK DAMS Worldwide. So I'm running the creative department there. I'm responsible for the creativity, but the talk today is a little bit more about the technical side of creativity. So it's very interesting because we have a look at the future of event marketing, of marketing, and we're talking about brand experience hubs, which is really exciting. So let's start. VOK DAMS is an event agency for live marketing, and we are operating worldwide, and we are over 40 years old, have more than 300 people worldwide and 19 offices. And someone of our team did count our awards. Of course, as we are at an award show here, awards are very important and nice. But let's look at what we do. Our competencies are, of course, strategic solutions. That is, of course, the why. And then hybrid solutions, a lot of technical stuff. And the how, the creative implementation, the creative ideas, the stories, the design and everything. And of course, the what, the events, the road shows, the anniversaries, the company conventions, everything we do. And in the end, of course, the services, all services that you need for your events and around. This is our portfolio. That's what we do. And when we look at the event market, it's one of the most interesting times in our industry at the moment, as you all know. We had a pre-phase in the pandemic, then we had a kind of a shock phase, and then an experiment phase when we started to experiment with the new situations. Then there was again a waiting phase, and now we are still in a strategic phase. And the strategic phase offers a lot of opportunities to rethink the things we do and to ask us what would be the best solution. So the strategic phase, and we think there is, of course, improvement inside. We went from digital to live all the time. Is there anything okay here?
There's someone with the audio on. Can you please turn it off? Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry.
Yeah, we are switching between live and digital all the time. And we went digital. These are our cases from the last 1.5 years. We have really learned a lot and implemented a multitude of digital events together with our clients. And we say that there are three immersion maturity levels for our events and for our communication. There's live broadcasting, then there are real virtual events, and of course the hybrid events. And we did a lot of live broadcasting. We did sales kickoffs a lot. We did online press conferences. We did international summits in our special studio, and of course digital sales conferences and substitutes for trade shows. Here you can see the behind the scenes green screen and the real screen that the audience is going to see. And we had of course a lot of panel discussions and still a lot of award ceremonies, but all the time we had to think how we can we do it in the new medium, how can we do it in a new, more digital way. Then, of course, we had product launches with a lot of video and a lot of pre-produced content. And then the second type, these are the virtual events. There's one very nice example here for a partner meeting we did for Roland Berger, as you see, where we created a game-like world where the participants could pick a room and get in with their avatar and join the different parts of the event in a very interactive and nice way. Then, of course, there were digital recruitment fairs, and recruiting is really challenging in these times. And of course, another award ceremony, lots of award ceremonies in a pure virtual environment. And then there were the hybrid events. The first example is from China. In China, we did just a tiny amount of digital and hybrid events because they went fully live very soon and doing big things again as before. International roundtables, virtual roundtables, and satellite events. And then we had big international forums at hybrid events. So a lot was going on and a lot of different formats. And every time you have to think, yeah, for which event can we pick the right format? And now what? And now what? It's the question for all of us. The main question is what will happen now? What developments can we build on, and what experiences and knowledge can we build on? And how will marketing and branding evolve over the next decade? And asking these questions, and now what question is deeply rooted in the DNA of VOK DAMS, as you see on the next slide here. Our trend monitoring started in the 70s, and when you take a look, as an example, sustainability was here very early in the beginning of the 2000s. And also we had the first online auction in 1999. So trends and hybrid events 2011. And here our CO2 event calculator 2007. Trends are very important for us to look what is coming, and to be prepared for it. And now in the presentations here, I want to look with you at three things. We want to look at the mega trends at the moment. Then I want to share with you our observations about it, what we realized and what we learned. And then in the end, finally, we will come to our vision. And I will also, of course, share the vision with you. But let's start with the mega trends. The mega trends, complex is the new simple. We all learned our world is so very complex, it's even hard to understand. And we learned so many new elements, so many new vocabularies. It's really exciting and terrifying in a way also. And the very important learning here is don't simplify, but make it simple. So don't make it stupid simple, make it smart simple. This is very important. So we have to embrace the complexity, and we have to embrace the never normal. Yeah, the new normal is our reality, and we have to embrace it, and we have to get used to it, because we don't know when everything here with the pandemic is going to end. So we really have to embrace it and make the best of it. And life is hybrid. Yeah, it's no more digital versus live. We have to think it together. It's one thing and not in this and this silo. Another learning is the power of small data. It's not only big data, it's also about the small learnings, the small things we can adapt and we can all have and start with the small data. That can be a personal insight from a friend or some lessons learned from other colleagues. Start with small things. We don't have to analyze everything. Of course we do, but the small personal details are always very valuable, because we are always human and have to keep this human touch. Then, of course, remotability takes over. We have always to think multi-optional and offer maximum remotability because, yeah, as you know, this is the new situation. As I'm in Berlin now, I don't know where you are. I would love to be in Milan right now, of course, but it is what it is. We have to make the best of it. And then a very radical thing, cut the red tape. That means kill your silos. Yeah, it's not good to think in silos. This is marketing, this is sales, this is R&D, this is the top management and the strategy. And we have to kill those silos because everybody wants the same thing and we have to think bigger. But I tell you more about it later. Then, of course, we are in the age of skepticism. And for digital media, there's a lot of challenges. You know, there's growing possibilities of deepfakes, and of course, we have to be very credible and authentic, even if we are digital, and have to be very human, so that we are trustworthy for everybody who's joining our events. And then, of course, we have to be true to our core and find ourselves and stick to this. And then there is also a big shift from the experience economy to the transformation economy. So it's very important to support people in becoming better versions of themselves. Yeah, these are the mega trends. Let's have a look at our observations. And very important element for us are trends, and we have a very strong VOK DAMS experience monitoring going on worldwide, and I want to share with you some observations from the last couple of years. Events are pacemakers. Events are always pacemakers. If there is a big fair, your product has to be ready. So events are pacemakers, but what happens when the big fairs are not the big fairs they used to be anymore? What happens? And this is a big challenge for companies to really become industry pacemakers, to become the own pacemaker of your industry. And a very important observation here is to go beyond the individual format and to see the big picture, not to look always in little boxes, but to open up and see really what's going on and what's happening, and to open the mind, because when we connect all those dots, there are so many possibilities and chances. And the next thing is about money. Focus your investments. And what happens if you sum up all your budgets and rethink what you can do? Yeah, you can have all those cut in little pieces, there's a budget cut in little pieces, or what happens when you put it all together, and what happens when you think what you could do with this amount of money when you start from scratch and start with fresh thoughts. And of course, the big thing here, we see the people are really still very, very hungry, maybe more than ever, for real experience, for meeting each other, for having really an eye-to-eye contact and being together. This is what we call the campfire gene, and this is what keeps us ticking as human beings, and which is a very important thing. And this is why we always love stories and why we want to experience something and talk about it and want to talk about with our friends. But let's see, what's our vision? Let's have a look at the vision. So as I already said, we ask us, what if? What if, and what will happen now? What developments can we build on? And what experiences and knowledge can we build on? How will marketing and branding evolve over the next decade? And the big question, so what if, you saw all those trends, all those events, and what if we could find a home for all touch points, a home for all little events, for all little marketing efforts, for everything, to really give it a home and to bundle it. And of course, in this home, we could close the gap in the customer journey and have really, this is mostly this, a customer journey that is from end to end. And to start this, we have to start with a why. We have to start with the why and not think about the how first, which platform, which technique. We have to start with the why. Why do you want to do what you do? And what do you want to do? And how are you going to do it? What if we could start with the why and not the what, as it's so often the case, because there is a scheduled trade show, a product launch, a press conference, and because we have forgotten to focus on the why, because we are so driven by the what. Very important thing. And here, to create an authentic and seamless brand experience. What if we could create an authentic and seamless experience that turned the brand into a love brand? So the big question, what if we thought all these mega trends and our experiences together, we stepped back, looked at the big picture and wanted to unleash the potential that we felt was there. We had a vision. So we asked ourselves, what if? And now I show you some footage here from a project. The project is Grohe X, and this is an experience hub. It's an experience hub where we have original content for every target group and entertainment, information, everything in one place. And the solution for us, or the big vision, is, to summarize it, a customer-oriented, end-to-end, multimedia, multi-device, interactive, 365-day experience hub. And this is our vision. And yes, it is complex, but as I said before, we have to embrace complexity. And the hub allows us to give this complexity a structure. It gives this complexity a home. And of course, one hub, one brand, one industry voice. When you put everything together in one strong hub, you are very powerful and you can become the voice of your industry and have unlimited experiences. So for us, the future of events is not platforms, it's the experience hub. And we call it Brand Experience Hub. And this is the place where all activities of a brand come together. Now we are coming to a little bit more complicated part of this presentation when I take you to a deep dive into the details. So we want to create multi end-to-end experiences. We want to utilize the complete tool range based on data analysis. And starting with the customer touch points, with a brand, so there are product experience, events, social media, POS, customer service, and the hub then utilizes the respective tools from all those available, drawing on the whole range of interactive, networking, immersive features using co-creation and pre-produced content, as well as streaming. All touch points and tool data are then collected and analyzed and round the clock optimized and fed back to increase the touch points and to make them even more made to measure for the individual experience. So just from my creative perspective, we can learn from the data which ideas do work for which target group and which not, and we can optimize all the time. So it becomes better and better because we have all those data diamonds to know what works and what doesn't work. So it's really a great system which makes itself better. And the hub in general has 6 levels. The first level is, of course, the technology and the infrastructure. Then we have content and activation and interaction. We have the experiences and data analytics, and of course, as a big umbrella, the marketing automation. And this is the big system which makes it really easy to improve everything and to learn and to create really an end-to-end customer experience that is awesome and really on the point and really strong in its effect and its outcoming. So we go from singular to holistic. Yeah? We don't have single events. We have one powerful platform, one powerful brand experience hub where we have content and activation and interaction. We can also have interaction with sales directly. And we have as a backbone the technology and the infrastructure. And of course, we have the data to learn from it and to make it better and better. And in the center, this is very important here in this slide, in the center is the customer always. And the thinking when you create such an experience hub and you work on such an experience hub must always be focused on the customer and it needs and because in the end it's a really tailor-made solution. So what are the benefits? When we look at the benefits, we have, of course, these 100% customer centricity. The client is the center of our understanding, and rather than just claiming it, we can really put the customer at the center because we continuously analyze and optimize his interactions and touch points along the journey. And content and tech can be utilized across different target groups. So as an example, at Grohe, a plumber finds how-to videos, and as an example, a designer finds inspirational videos. So every target group finds specific content that makes them happy and that connects them to the brand. And of course, we can have more engagement. We can create engagement simply because, we can make every target group happy with a special content piece. And of course, all the time, the performance can be optimized and we can publish target group specific content regularly. And again, data helps us to make this content better and to improve it over time. And finally, we have this end-to-end customer journey, and we have no gap, and we have really one-stop shop for this, for everything about the brand, where you can find what you need. Then it's data-driven decision-making, which makes decision-making easier because normally when we are decisions in earlier times, we had to deal a lot with gut decisions, with gut feeling, which can be great, but we can have data-driven decision-making that also gives sometimes the gut feeling a deeper sense. We can understand the gut feeling because it's proven by data, but sometimes it's also against the gut feeling, and we can learn other stuff because the data is really strong and we can learn a lot from it, and improve ourselves all the time, which is very important. Then, of course, greater synergy is always important. Yeah, we create greater synergy between the different departments and expertises in a company. Yeah, from marketing to sales and strategy to human development and corporate development. And we can use the hub as a starting point and a cross-functional entity. So the hub is not only working towards the customers, it's always also working back and helps to understand the company to be one team and to understand the company to really be one powerful driver and not a herd of little different silos. So in the end, we have higher engagement, higher loyalty on both sides, on the client side and on the company side. And in the end, of course, a higher ROI because we can really measure what we do. And a brand experience hub is a big chance because it bundles everything so you can become louder as a brand. You can really become the voice of your industry. And as I told you, we are only at the beginning. This is a journey I want to take you with. And this is a journey that is just at the beginning. And there's a lot of exciting stuff ahead. And beside all this technical and IT and data stuff, we never forget that we are human beings and that we have our campfire DNA, and that in the end, it's all about the right stories and true emotions and great storytelling and to connect with each other and to have a great time together. Yeah, that's it. And I say thank you very much. Please write an email, connect me on LinkedIn, and let's see what time is left. I have some sand inside here still, so we have time for some questions, I guess.
That's great. Thank you.